Summarizing key information. While summarizing seems to be an easy task for many, a lot of people still find it a tough task to pull off. This is because summarizing as a skill requires full comprehension of an original material as well as an application of essential skills in reading and writing. This lesson focuses on how to summarize a text, how it differs to related concepts like paraphrasing, and how to properly write it through a set of guideposts to be followed. As part of your learning experiences, you are expected to summarize key information from text provided. The COVID-19 pandemic has changed our educational system in a way that face-to-face classes have been suspended to avoid the spread of the virus. Can you still remember your experiences when you still have face-to-face? In 10 sentences, tell your story about it, highlighting your key experiences. Ask your parents, guardians, and/or siblings to listen to you as you retell your experiences. You may pause this video for a moment until you are done. Now, you're ready for learning task 1. Summarize the paragraph by answering the guide questions. Write your sentences together to form a summary. In Africa, music is usually performed outdoors. There is spontaneous music making as well as performances by social and music groups at ceremonies and feasts. There is no written music or music notation. African music tradition, like folklore and history, is transmitted orally. Music is a social activity in which almost everyone participates. Clearly, African music has several interesting characteristics. Here are your guide questions to help you form your summary. 1. What does the paragraph say about music in Africa? 2. What makes African music unique? Remember, your summary should be written in paragraph form and your first sentence should be indented. Did you find it easier with the help of the guide questions? Well then, let us have learning task 2. Identify which of the statements are true about summarizing. Use a check to mark the ones you consider correct and a cross to those which are incorrect. 1. A summary should have the same length as the original text. Incorrect. Summary is a shorter version of the original text. 2. A good summary is objective. It is correct. 3. A summary is just another term for a paraphrase. Incorrect. Summary and paraphrase are two different things. 4. A summary does not include the central ideas of the original material. Incorrect. Summary focuses on putting the central ideas. 5. A good summary includes the writer's personal opinion about the topic. Incorrect. Remember, a good summary is objective. Now, let's try learning task 3. Tell whether each of the statements should be followed as a guide when summarizing a given material. Write agree or disagree. 1. Include personal opinions when summarizing key information. Disagree. 2. Maintain coherence when writing a summary. Agree. 3. Include only the supporting details in your summary. Disagree. 4. Use graphic organizers to maintain the good flow of ideas while drafting. Agree. 5. Include all important ideas from the original text. Agree. 6. Write a text with the same length as the original text. Disagree. Were you able to answer them all correctly? Well, it's about time we discuss more about summarizing. Summarizing is a common skill in learning English. While it usually sounds like an easy thing to do, one must still be properly guided when it comes to writing one out of an original text. A summary is defined as a brief statement that presents the most important points of an original material. It helps you retell a story or any material using a few statements. This is why a summary is usually short and easy to comprehend. A good summary focuses on the big picture and does not pay so much attention to minor details. Its main goal is to present the essential ideas in a written piece. It is vital to know that while summarizing and paraphrasing are two closely related concepts, they are actually two different techniques in writing. Paraphrasing refers to restating someone else's work or idea in your own words at roughly the same level of details. Summarizing, on the other hand, involves putting the main ideas of a certain work into your own words, including only the big picture or the main ideas. Both are techniques used to incorporate sources or other writers' ideas when writing materials like an essay or a research paper. When summarizing, it is important that one knows how to recognize the main ideas, the key information, and the supporting details in a given text. The main idea. The main idea refers to the central point that the author is trying to communicate in his or her work. A given text can have one or more central ideas usually found at the beginning. The details in a particular text are provided to support the main idea. Key information. Key information refers to important pieces of evidence, reasons, examples, and explanations that support the main idea. These include details that further establish one's main point. Since a summary is a shortened version which presents the gist of a specific material, it is important to consider these guidelines when writing one. Number 1. A summary should be based on the original piece. While you have to use your words, it does not mean that you should analyze and interpret the material using your own understanding. You can still make your summary sound like an independent piece without including misinterpretations of some sort. Number 2. A summary should be kept short and simple. A good summary is usually a lot shorter than the original text. This is because you only cite the central ideas that present the original text in a nutshell. Number 3. Use your own words. When writing a summary, one should use his or her own words to retell the most important ideas in a given text. Using one's own words makes the summary easier to read and understand. Number 4. Know the main ideas or the key information in what you are summarizing. When summarizing, it pays to know which details are important and which information may be omitted without altering the meaning of the source material. Number 5. Keep the objectivity. When summarizing a given material, one must remember to be as objective as possible. This means that you should not include your personal opinion on the ideas in the original text. Number 6. A summary must be comprehensive. This means that as a writer, you should be able to identify all the important ideas from the original material to keep the meaning complete in the shorter version that you will be writing. Number 7. A summary needs to be concise. Since a summary is relatively short, you should be able to avoid repetitions of ideas when writing. This will keep the good flow of your summarized text. Number 8. Coherence is a key feature of a good summary. Even when you pick out only the main ideas from a text, your summary still has to be clear and organized. It should not sound like a set of disjointed sentences when read. In summarizing key information in a text, one must apply several skills like scanning and skimming while processing the original material. This will help you in identifying key ideas from supporting details. Note-taking, as well as the use of graphic organizers to maintain a good flow of ideas, may also largely contribute to the summary you are trying to write. Having said it all, I believe you are ready to apply the knowledge you have gained about summarizing key information from a given text. So, for your final task, in 5 to 10 sentences, summarize DepEd Secretary Leonor Magtulis Briones' official statement about the opening of classes for the school year 2020-2021. Official statement on the opening of classes for school year 2020-2021. In order to provide an appropriate answer on the issue of the school opening for school year 2020-2021, DepEd has been conducting consultations for the past 2 weeks with its executive committee, management committee, civil society, business sector, and education experts. Parents and learners also expressed their views on Facebook and other forms of social media. The law provides that school opening shall start on the first Monday of June, but not later than the last day of August. The responses favor any day in August as the preferred opening of the school year. DepEd is conducting a much bigger survey of more than 700,000 respondents, not only on the opening of the school year, but also matters related to social distancing and online classes, cell phone, television, or radio as alternative or complementary approaches to learning. The results will come out in a few days. In the meantime, the IATF is seriously considering recommendations to the President on the ECQ. All these factors will influence our final choice for the opening of the school year. We are accelerating the preparation of our learning continuity plan, preparing benefits for our teaching and non-teaching staff, ensuring the readiness and cleanliness of our school infrastructure, and developing alternative delivery modes of learning. It will be recalled that at the height of the Marawi uprising, our call was, education must continue. In the midst of the corona crisis, our call remains the same. Education must continue whether face-to-face or virtual, with or without physically going to school. What we assure our learners, parents, teachers, and the general public is that any decision we will make for the continuation of learning will have their health, safety, and well-being as primary consideration. We shall overcome. That concludes our lesson on summarizing key information. Thank you and have a nice day!